Bonjour, c'est David. Je me cache de Covid, vivant principalement sous l'eau. Y ahorita estoy en la República Dominicana. Sí. Bon.
What is the purpose of laughter and tears? I think it's when we have too much, when everything spills over. I think they're the same. A lot of times you'll see people laughing after a terrible event, after a funeral or something. It's because the laughter is actually doing the same thing. What is the saddest book you've read, or funniest? The saddest for me, by far, I think will always be P.F. Tomese's Shadow Child, a Dutch writer. It's absolutely heartbreaking. It's the death of his infant daughter, and it's such a beautiful book. It's about writing, about making meaning again after the world has no meaning, after you've lost everything. Can all subjects be funny? Do you have taboos, limits? I don't feel like I have that many limits, but I think the publishing world and my audience is apparently, I wrote a book about Trump, and it's, I guess, just too rude and such. It can never be published. So I've started to realize I actually can't write about all the subjects I'd like to write about. But I think anything can be funny. What is the importance of laughter in your novels? What about tears? I write Greek tragedy, essentially, with my family. So the tears are very important. It's basically catharsis. The idea is that as my characters are locked into a kind of battle with each other, psychologically and emotionally, as two people who love each other are hurting each other terribly, we suffer along with them, and we see how it is that they're acting unconsciously out of control, why it is that they can do these terrible things to each other that they didn't really intend to. We see the tragedy of that, and we participate in it, and we feel their pain, and we're broken, and we cry along with them. And then there's a tremendous release in that. It's refreshing. That idea of catharsis is that we laugh or we cry and we feel better afterward. And so I don't think reading tragedy is sad. It's supposed to actually make us feel better. Okay, the next question, the postcards. I like this. I like Lire and Poche and these postcards. So how do you laugh? My laugh isn't very pretty, I think. Sometimes I snort or, I make strange sounds. So you're happy that you're not having to see it. Okay, what makes you laugh, or when was the last time you laughed? This is embarrassing, actually. I was on a plane rewatching Johnny English Reborn, and Rowan Atkinson, when he's in the office chair, and the chair goes up too far and goes down too far and goes up too far. It's the dumbest, most basic humor, like slapstick, but it's so funny. I think that's the funniest scene I've ever seen in any movie in my life. Absolutely love it. And equally embarrassing, your next question. What makes you cry? Or when was the last time you cried? This was actually from the movie Eurovision, a Will Ferrell movie, Fire Saga. I don't know, it's a dumb movie, but it was actually kind of beautiful. And just the generosity and the love at the end, I was crying. I had so many tears. So what is your favorite joke? I don't have a favorite joke. I hate jokes. The reason I don't like jokes is that they're canned. They're just like one limited thing. They say one thing and then you have to laugh right then. It's whether you get it or not. And humor should be much more flexible than that, more surprising. I think we should end jokes. I think no more jokes. No one should tell them again. No one should remember them or rehearse them. Forget about jokes. Humor should be when it happens, when it surprises us. So what brings you comfort? A quote or a phrase? I think this too shall pass. I think in the time of COVID, the idea that this will pass at some point and that we get to have better lives and see each other, and that I could be in France right now really enjoying literary festivals and could be there at Lire and Poche in person, that would be much better. So I hope to see you next year there. And thank you. Adios.